Tzarich adam sheyechawen kol ma'asau kulam. One has to set up one's life and one's attitude and one's approach to everything in such a way that the theme, the central theme, the central motivation of a person's life and lifestyle and choices in life is about living one's life. Le'da'at Hashem. Le'da'at Hashem is to be aware of Hashem's existence at all times. And I think this is the hallmark and the intention of what we refer to as Torah in general, the Torah shebichtav, the Torah sheba'al peh. We are to live our lives with God awareness. The difference between the Jewish people and every other nation on earth, historically and in the present as well, is this very question. Do we live our lives, both as individuals and as a nation, do we live our lives in such a way that we are suffused with, we are completely aware at all times of Hashem's existence, or really can we live many hours of the day, most of the days of our lives, without very much Hashem awareness, God awareness at all? And occasionally we do certain things which connect us or remind us, but much of the time we're really not in that space. We're not in that mindset. So, according to the Torah, you cannot drink a glass of water without being aware of Hashem, because you say if you make a bracha, you want to drink water, that's fine, that's wonderful. You need to drink water. You make a bracha. If you make the bracha seriously, slowly, you think about what you're saying, which is how the bracha is to be said, then by definition you are aware of Hashem constantly. When you drink a glass of water, when you take a bite of something, having dealt with other bodily needs and functions, you have to make a bracha. After having been in the bathroom, whatever it is, you are constantly aware of Hashem. That is the purpose of the various barachot, for example, that we recite. If you look up at the night sky and you see certain astronomical objects, according to the various halachot and statements of Chazal which pertain to these things, you make a bracha. You can be constantly aware of Hashem if you follow these halachot and you are reciting these barachot constantly, because it's impossible to do otherwise. And if you recite them as they should be recited with real kavanah, then you by definition are going to be a person who is living his life with a very high level of Hashem awareness. And there is no other system, and there is no other Torah, there is no other religious or philosophical system which results in this outcome. Most of humanity, even if they are religious people and they subscribe to a certain religion and they engage in certain spiritual practices, most of the time they are not aware of Hashem's existence. It's not a central and constant facet of their experience and their perception and their life. Rambam continues, and therefore, when one sits or stands or talks or speaks, in other words, whatever one is doing during the day, throughout life, everything that one does should be aimed and directed towards this goal. Kesal, for example, when a person engages in commerce, literally you would say today, to negotiate. In other words, to engage in business activities. Or one is a ba'al malacha, is some kind of artisan who has a tradesman, and you work at your trade in order to be paid for your work. Lo yeh belibo kibutz mamon bilavad. His aim should not be only to make money, to gain and seek wealth. Of course, one has to make money. No one, a plumber cannot work for free, or nor can a lawyer. Anybody, whatever it is that one does, one has to be paid for what one is doing. But a person can engage in all these things because that is the way of the world. That is the gezerah that is mentioned already at the beginning of Sefer Bereshit. You will eat bread by the sweat of your brow. It is not possible to do otherwise. And you require, you have needs. Your family have needs, and these needs must be supplied. So that you will be able to purchase, to obtain those things that are necessary for living one's life. Things to do with eating and drinking, wishivat, bayit, and living in a decent home, and marrying a woman and setting up a family. All these things require material, financial resources, and that is how it should be. And thus, a person's aim when engaging in the various worldly activities which lead to the making of money or supplying such needs and responding to such needs should be done with this in mind, that the aim is to live one's life with Hashem awareness, living a balanced and healthy existence and a way of life.
Thank you, Rabbi Bar-Hayim. We would like to encourage our viewers to share these videos with friends and send in your responses. We would also like to suggest the following opportunity to our viewers. If you identify with Rabbi Bar-Hayim's message and would like to sponsor or dedicate a video interview with the rabbi in honor or memory of a loved one, if you would like to obtain Birkon Nusach Eretz Yisrael, or invite the rabbi for a speaking engagement, please email us at office@machonshilo.org.